Only one last person I haven't said hi to. See you guys. Should I say it in the mic? Yeah, Zach. Zach, hi. Nice to see you. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
What a joy it is to look out and see all of your faces through the generations. Last time Temple Beth-El hosted Joint Reform Shabbat, it was on Zoom. So to be together in 3 dimensions, raising our voices in song is something to offer gratitude for on this evening. I want you to notice towards the back of the room the number of Niftyites we have here. Do we have any Niftyites here in the sanctuary? Let's hear from Nifty. This is the future of our reform movement. How amazing it is that we could host Spring Conclavette tonight, otherwise known as Spronk, because that's how we do it in Nifty. We're so grateful that all of you are here, and I know that every person in this room is grateful for you all and for your voices and song. You are the current leaders of our movement, and you are the future. And I think everyone here will agree that the future is bright. So we look forward to hearing your voices and song, and couldn't be more thrilled that you are with us. So just so you know, our Nifty friends have come from all over New England. I think we have some folks from Maine, right? Anybody from Maine here tonight? Yep. All over Massachusetts, maybe a Connecticut or 2, right? Maybe New York, possibly. So they came from far and wide to be with us. So we gather each March, all of the Reform congregations here in Rhode Island, because We celebrate the founding father of Reform Judaism in America, Isaac Mayer Wise. Although he was born in Bohemia in 1819, Wise came to the United States to serve a congregation in Albany, where he quickly created a stir by encouraging the congregation to pray in both English and German, encouraging mixed seating, and wait for it, a co-ed choir. Yes, exactly. I'm not sure what he would think tonight of our music and our screens. Wise founded Hebrew Union College, our seminary, and our Reform Jewish movement, and really we celebrate him tonight. Wise devoted his life to the conviction that American Jews must embrace change. He envisioned a Judaism that was progressive and needed to creatively adapt to modern life and culture. And despite his progressive leanings, I often find myself wondering these days what Rabbi Wise would have thought about the days and times that we are living in. What wisdom would he bring to this moment? It's hard to know exactly, but I know that each of us takes great solace in being together in a time that is like none most of us have known, to stand together for Reform Judaism and to raise our voices in song and prayer. And so welcome. Welcome to Temple Bethel. Welcome to each and every one of our congregational friends who joins us, Temple Sinai, Temple Habonim, Newport Havara. We're so grateful that our artist-in-residence, Dan Nichols, is here to inspire us. Exactly, right, Rabbi Niemeiser? Woohoo! Inspire us with song. I also want to call out somewhere in the congregation, we have Isaac and Rabbi Shana Bringard-Bialik. Where are you? You can wave your arms. Oh, lurking in the back because you can. We know all about that. They're the wonderful artists from Paper Midrash. They'll be sharing their Torah with our Niftiites and also with our Temple Bethel families on Sunday morning. You can say hello to them. Hine Matov, how truly good it is that we can be together this Shabbat.
Psalm 97, part of it says, light is sown for the righteous and joy for those whose hearts are pure, are true, are real. If you have a low voice, this part's for you. Bum biddy bum 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 bum biddy. Tried it. Bum biddy bum 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 bum biddy bum. You can keep singing that. If your voice is higher, you can sing. voices even higher, you can sing this. Pick a part, sing it out. Sing it out. You got it. Orzaru, all together.
Shabbat Shalom. You can do better than that.
Shabbat Shalom.
There we go. There we go. Thank you. It's my pleasure to add to Rabbi Mac's welcome of everyone here. Your presence is a testament to the strength of our Reform movement, and your presence adds to the holiness of the Shabbat service. I'd like to call my fellow presidents up to join me in lighting the candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Help me perfect my ways of loving and caring. Inspire me to make myself whole so that I may honor your name and create a world of justice and peace.
And we sing together. Baruch atah Adonai
body or spirit.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon inchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techilah למקראי קודש, זכר לצליעת מצרים. הבנו אחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים. ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Amen. L'chaim.
Gathered together in sacred community, seeing all your faces, we have much to celebrate tonight. We add a simcha. We recognize Rabbi Howard for receiving his Doctorate of Divinity, something we get after 25 years in the rabbinate. Yasher Koach, Mazel Tov. And I invite you to turn to a neighbor and perhaps share a simcha, a joy that you have experienced this week. Probably is. It is a true Shehechianu moment. We revel in being together as we raise our voices in prayer.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
You may be seated, and as you do so, I invite you, if you have not yet done so, to introduce yourself to those sitting in front of you, behind you. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, my friends. It is such a joy. The most wonderful thing about Joint Reform Shabbat is that not only do we get to stand on the same bima with all of our cherished colleagues, but also the opportunity for all of you to meet people from other synagogues or maybe other communities that you haven't met before. And Niftyites, welcome. We're so glad that you're here as well. Our service now continues. We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured, a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. Now we, in our turn, come into this sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wear around us as we cross the threshold. Weariness, doubt, the flowers within our human hearts. The harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door. In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer.
Shalom Aleichem,
Malachei Hasharim, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Amlavim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon.
Le'alam, le'alam, le'alam.
invite our reader from the Newport Chavurah to come forward.
The whole thing? Wow. I have to read a lot of stuff. Blessed art you, Adonai, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who created all order and separation, the continuum of time and space, this very real world in all of its frailties. Here. Where is she? Okay. As day becomes night, let us take a breath of fragrant air and throw a handful of stars at the night sky, so that we may dare to wonder. Let us thank you for giving us this gift of darkness, so that we may find the little cracks and crevices where the light can creep in. If we step aside long enough to create holy space, for you are within and without the first courageous act of creation, the glorious sound of our song, and the embodiment of all of our sorrows. You set all the earth in motion just by willing it into being. And we, small and yearning, are tasked to embrace at once both the light and the dark. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Areim.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please join me as we chant together.
Ve'afta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol merodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi etzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת עמם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ובשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Emet. Kohelet wasn't right. In the days when each hour collides with the next, we have no choice but to cry and to laugh with the same eyes, to mourn and to dance at the same time. And the long the history is compressed into one day and 1 hour. We ask for the strength to contain the intensity of our bursting hearts, to rejoice with those who will be able to embrace today, to enfold all those leaning into their longing souls trembling, to hold on to hope without letting go, and to leave some quiet space for the silent scream. Please, grant us the room to shatter into pieces and the spirit to be rebuilt anew.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה
ונאמר כי פדרוני את יעקב, ויעלום יר חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, לישראל.
Hope is not always soft and lovely. She is not always cascading rivers and sunlit skies dancing. Hope knows there is work to be done. There are roads to be traveled, turns to be made. She is bare bones and deep waters. She is weary and weak. She is barely a glimmer. She shakes when she speaks. This is where hope lives, smothered in sweat, full of war, and on the verge of crumbling into the sea. Yet there she is, quietly breathing.
השכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. Spread the shelter of your peace over us.
rise once again in body or spirit.
Adonai Sevatai Tiftach Ufia Gitehi Latecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Avot v'imahot, umevii geula livnei v'neihem, lema'an shemo be'ahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham, ve'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol atah rav le'hoshia, Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, somech nofli berofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha bal gevurot, umidom elach, melech menid umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah l'hachayot hakol, baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalalucha selah, baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Holy One of blessing, grant us the courage and resolve to speak when there is hatred, to act when there is confusion, to join with others in building a world of safety, understanding, and acceptance. Because there is hate, dear God, help us heal our fractured and broken world. Because there is fear, dear God, grant courage and faith to those in need. Together, because there is pain, dear God, bring healing to the shattered and wounded. Because there is hope, dear God, teach us to be a force for justice and kindness.
Because there is love, dear God, help us to be a beacon of light and compassion.
As it is written, be strong and let your heart have courage. Depart from evil, do good, seek peace, and pursue it. Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh Shabbat. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth that day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks.
We need so much peace. Think about how you're going to make peace in this world today. Not wait for somebody else to do it for you. Shalom Ra'ah Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam Le'olam. Shalom Ra'ah Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki atah hu melech hadron
gathered together in our Reform community, grounded in the values that we share. We, with our prayer for peace, hold in our hearts the remaining hostages as we say, Baruch atah Adonai matir asurim, blessed is the Eternal One who frees the captive. And together in our Reform community, grounded in the values that we share, we raise our voices in prayer for peace for those innocents suffering in Gaza as well. And together in our sacred community, we hold in our hearts those for whom we pray for healing of body and healing of spirit on this Shabbat. I invite you to hold the name of someone in your prayers in your heart, or to say it aloud if that is your custom. The magic isn't the words on the page. It is each of our voices, raised in song and prayer, the power of community walking with one another through times of challenge as we raise our voices in the words of the Mishaberach. Take a moment silently with the prayers of our hearts.
Elohai Netzor Lishoni Mera Elohai Netzor Lishoni Mera. Oh my God, watch over me. Take the hurt away from how I speak. Only love flows from you. May every word Lishoni Meira. When words are thrown, I'll hold my tongue and breathe the air of songs I've sung. That refrain I'll repeat. There's more to you than only me. Elohai Netzor Lishoni Mira. Elohai Netzor Lishoni Meira. Usfatai midaber mirma. Velim kal elai nafshi tidom nafshi kevar lakol tiyeh. Ever been so angry with someone it just burned inside? You were so mad that you wanted to say the most hurtful things as a way to strike back for all the pain you felt, all the toxins spewed in your direction. This prayer, Elohai Netzor, invites us to pump the brakes, do a cheshbon hanefesh, a soulful intake that empowers us to cool down, reflect on hurt feelings, and at our best, fashion a loving response that does not depend on harmful speech. This prayer asks God to help us find a more sacred pathway through conflict, a healing and hope-filled pathway that will ultimately help us feel closer to God. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. My name's Dan. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm so grateful to be with you tonight in this way. It's really, really special. I can't help but think about the courageous choice that my mom and dad made when I was 7 years old. My whole family converted to Judaism. And I have a very clear memory of not being Jewish, and then we were. And a year or so later, my mom and dad had the vision, the courage again, to send me to a Jewish summer camp, one of our union camps, this one for kids that live in the Midwest, Goldman Union Camp Institute, where I was just surrounded by 19-year-old college students who just did this with abandon. They had the courage to show their joy, to demonstrate, to embody joy. And I grew up in a place where that's just completely normal. And I'm with you tonight on this Shabbat, making prayer and making this moment holy because of what Jewish Summer Camp did for me and what my parents did for me by making the choice to be Jewish. And I share that because that's real. That for me, that's a real thing. And in addition, thinking about Shabbat and how we can come into this space with all kinds of things on our minds and in our hearts and our heads, carrying all kinds of burdens, stresses and worries, troubles. And on Shabbat, this is a time when we're actually given some rules, a commandment to make joy, to find it, to hold it for these 25 hours. And it's in joy that I want to share this next piece. I was at Temple Shir Shalom in West Bloomfield, Michigan, back in October, the last weekend of October. And I had free time. I'd done all my work, and I actually had 15 minutes to myself before services started. Who knew that could be a thing? It felt great. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to sit in the sanctuary, I'm going to look through the prayer book that they use here, and I'm just going to flip some pages and see what I find. Well, they use a prayer book. We use Mishkan Tefillah here when we're not using the projections. Okay. This congregation doesn't use Mishkan Tefillah so much. They use a prayer book they made up themselves. Rabbi Daniel Schwartz, the founding rabbi of this congregation, of blessed memory, Rabbi Daniel Schwartz. He said, we're going to make our own prayer book. It's called The Fifth Direction. And I've not really seen much of it, so I'm flipping through the pages. I get all the way to page 4, where in the middle of the page it says this: life itself cannot give us joy unless we will it. Life gives us time and space. It's up to us to fill it. And then the credit is given, it just says Midrash. Well, I knew Rabbi Daniel Schwartz, and it really sounded like a Rabbi Daniel Schwartz quote that he decided not to give himself credit for. This was on Friday before services. So I sat with this quote with my guitar and said, I want to sing that. That's something I'd like to sing. And I started singing it to myself. And I want to sing it for you now. And I want to invite you to think about what kind of joy you can bring for yourself on this Shabbat. Not joy that comes outside of you, but what you can bring and source and develop from inside your own body and spirit. Life itself cannot give us joy unless we will it. Life gives us time and space. It's up to us to fill it. There's a time and place for everything. Will it be mine? Life itself cannot give us joy unless we will it. Life gives us time and space. It's up to us to fill it. There's a time and place for everything. Will it be mine? Life itself cannot give us joy unless we will it. Life gives us time and space. It's up to us to fill it. There's a time and place for everything. Let it be mine. sometimes when I get up in the morning, before I'm verbal, I like to go into the kitchen, grab my guitar, and just sit down and start to play the guitar. Not for any reason, especially not to judge it as good or bad, just to make a sound, like a child playing with Lego when they're 4. Just to be in that space of, whoa, man, that's nice, solid, that feels good. And one morning I'm there playing my guitar, and I start singing. I don't know why I'm singing what I'm singing, but I'm singing something, and I'm not judging it. It's not good or bad, it's just, I'm just doing it. And I notice, okay, I think I need to remember that, so I get my phone out and I record it, and then I make my coffee and I'm listening to it, and I'm singing. This is what I was singing that morning. You're invited. Try it. Then I start singing, yo, lo, 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 lo. Yo, lo, 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 lo. Yo, 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 lo, 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 lo. Yo, lo, lo, lo. Yo, lo, lo, lo. Yo, lo, lo, lo. Making the coffee, I'm listening to the voice memo on my phone. I notice, hey Dan, you're singing YOLO. This is the YOLO Nigun, Dan. Who are you going to share this with, Dan? Like, oh, I know exactly who I'm going to call. I'm going to send this memo to Rick Lupert, my friend and Jewish poet from Los Angeles, California. I'm sending this to him, and I'm going to say, hey, Rick, maybe, could you write a YOLO poem that goes with the YOLO Nigun? By the end of the day, he had said, I'd be happy to, and he sent me this. And I want to share it with you. This is the YOLO Nigun with the words of my teacher, Rick Lupert. You're invited for the humming parts and the YOLO parts. I know you don't have to, and I know you didn't come to choir rehearsal, but you're invited. Let's try it. YOLO, lo, lo, lo. YOLO, lo, lo, lo. YOLO, lo, YOLO, lo. YOLO, lo. You can keep singing that if you want. You only live once, so make the best of it. If you must jump out of an airplane, do it, but make sure you have a parachute. If you are flying through the air in a downward direction, don't land on another person, as they too only live once. You only live once, and the time from when it begins to when it ends, although it can sometimes feel like it drags, is infinitely finite. It will end before you even remember that this is the only one. all the places. Eat all the food. Try all the things. Don't waste the time. You only live once, so be as sad as possible when it is appropriate to do so. How else will you know when your happiest moments have arrived? You need both happy and sad to kiss each other frequently during the space between the beginning and the end. You only live once. You barely need one hand to count that many times. Don't linger on the numbers. Once you've reached one, it's too late. You only live once. This is your one song. You should always be singing it. The words and the notes may change. It may sound sometimes like there aren't any words at all. But it has always been this one song. You only live once. So make sure you do. Make sure you really do. Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Dan, for your spirit, for your Torah, for being with us. We're just so grateful to have you with us. Elenu, it is on us. Join with me. It is upon me to respond to the miracle of my own life. It is my responsibility to grow in love and compassion. It is my honor to seek out my own truest expression, for no one else has ever been or will ever be the manifestation of life force that I am. I bow in humility before God in recognition of this sacred task. There is only one, and I am part of that one. I am inherently worthy of love, of care, of health and well-being, just by virtue of being alive. I do my best to help others recognize their own worthiness and to fix the broken systems that get in the way of all of us seeking our wholehearted lives. I hold my vision of a more compassionate world and affirm that I am in service to this vision. We rise in body or spirit for the Aleinu.
hard to sing of oneness when the world is not complete, when those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone, and naught but memory can fill the emptiness their passing leaves behind.
But memory can tell us only what we were in company with those whom we loved. It cannot help us to find what each of us alone must now become. Yet no one is really alone. Those who live no more echo still within our thoughts and words, and what they did is a part of what we have become.
We do best homage to our dead when we live our lives more fully, even in the shadow of our loss. For each of our lives is worth the life of the whole world. In each one is the breath of the ultimate one. In affirming the one, we affirm the worth of each one, whose life now ended, brought us closer to the source of life, in whose unity no one is alone, and every life finds purpose. On this evening in Temple Habanim, we remember Rifki Mower, beloved cousin of Daniel, Carton, and Marissa Joynson. Alan Klein, beloved uncle of Marissa Joynson and Daniel Carton, and great uncle of Mimi Carton. We remember Shirley Kohler, beloved mother of Candace Baer, Florence Sonner, beloved grandmother of Danny Breyer, John Igo, beloved stepfather of Susan Ginsburg, Pearl Glucksman, beloved mother of Albert Glucksman, Eric Jacobson, beloved son of Roseanne and Jeff Jacobson, Leslie Melman, beloved wife of Ed Melman, Saul Melman, beloved father of Ed Melman, Edith Rosenberg, beloved mother of Rabbi Jim Rosenberg, Alice Sawyer, beloved wife of Michael Sawyer, Harriet Schechtman, beloved mother of Joe Schechtman and mother-in-law of Lauren Schechtman, Carolyn Tilbor, beloved mother of Jackie Tarnoff, mother-in-law of Jerry Tarnoff.
From the Temple Sinai community, in the period of Shiva, the 7 days of mourning, we remember George Cohen, the husband of Judy Cohen. In the period of Shloshim, the 30 days of mourning, we remember Kenneth Vinkin, the father of Sarah Cordero. We mark this week the yardsides, the anniversary of death, for Bessie Aaron, the grandmother of Marvin Wasser, Bruce Wasser, and Ann Messier. Gilbert Cohen, the husband of Lois Cohen. Barbara DeAmbra, sister-in-law of Stanley Horowitz. Edna Gerstikoff. Tessie Gesualdi, the mother-in-law of David Rosen. Sidney Gittleman, the father of Donna Sennell. Louis Goodman, the father of Norman Goodman, grandfather of Glenna Pansy. Maida Horowitz, the sister-in-law of Stanley Horowitz and Adrian Horowitz. Sophie Horowitz, the stepmother of Stanley Horowitz. Rebecca Pepper, the sister-in-law of Harold Gayton. Jane St. Angelo, the mother of Ellen Rappaport.
Newport Havara, Edward Ruse, Rose and Max Adenoff, my parents, Henry Edelberg, my husband, David Messing, the husband of my daughter Pamela, Sadie Shosh, Max Shosh, Shirley Dozier, Lucille Newman, Albert Newman, Betsy Hollins, Clark Freed, Thelma Freed, Doris Fry, Rose Clow, Robert Clow.
And at Temple Bethel, we remember those whom we've lost in recent days: Richard Shine, Jean Wilkes, Barbara Sheps-Wong, Howard Rabinowitz, Janet Seidenbach Phillips, and those whom we've lost in the year past and at this season in years past: Howard Brines, Siegfried Feibelman, Dagmar Head, Patricia Horowitz, Friedrich Landis, Harry Levy, Ruth Nancy Schwartz, Jacob L. Stone, George Bentley Luber, Jacqueline Myers Niemark, Marilyn Papernick, Hugh Patinkin, Max Seploin, and Anna Scholes, and anyone else you might be remembering this evening. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be an abiding blessing. We rise for the mourners' Kaddish. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma, Divrach, Yirutev, Yamlich Malchute, B'chayachon, Uvyomeichon, Uvchaye, Dechol Beit Yisrael, B'agala, Uvizman, Kariv, Vimru, Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabba Mivarach Leolam Ulamei Almaya Yitarach Vishtabach Vitar Vitramam Vitnase Vitadar Vitalev Vitalal Shmei Dekudasha Brichu Leila Minkol Birchata Bashirata Tushbechata Benechemata Da'amiran Be'alma Vimru Amen Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. I'd like to invite our nifty leaders who will be leading us in our final benediction to come join us on the bima at this moment. Just a lot of gratitude, Dan, for your words and for old friends gathered together in prayer. It's just a joy to be together always, especially in these days and times.
We're closing with Oseh Shalom, which you may not need the words for.
I shared with Dan earlier that he's the reason that I do what I do. A mentor of mine and somebody I've really looked up to from my nifty days 20 some odd years ago.
Oseh shalom v'roma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, Oseh shalom v'roma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu,
journey, bless you in your home and on your travels. May you be surrounded with joy and beauty, friendship and laughter, adventure and wonder, hope and love. Let Torah and mitzvot guide your steps. Let God's goodness rain down upon you from this Shabbat until the next and all the days of your life.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
into being warm. There was like